Meeting. So everyone smile. Okay. Get back to this. Okay, so this is just a pyramid of self-care. I think a lot of these are ideas and these are things that we try to, put in the newsletter every week. Just little things, either little reminders or little things that you can do for yourselves. Obviously, your own self-care better than anyone else could try to tell you. But just some easy things that you can do is eat and drink. Make sure that you are, diet doesn't mean restricting what you eat. It might mean, eating things that are good for your body, making sure that your diet is aligned with your health needs, things like that. Exercising in a safe and healthy way, taking deep breaths. I actually learned this week that if you breathe through your stomach, it's a really good way to like sort of take pressure off your chest. There's a lot of little muscles in your around your rib cage. If you breathe from your stomach, it's really good. But we as women are often taught that we have to suck in our stomachs so we don't breathe properly, and that's how we get really sore backs, which I found really, really interesting. So that's something that I'm thinking about a lot. When I get stressed, I try to remind myself to breathe through my stomach, and that's been helpful for me. Sleeping is great. Hopefully now you all start to get a little bit more time for sleep, especially if you're going home or you're in your space and you can't leave it very often. Sleep is great. Getting some sun, resting, relaxing, whatever that means to you. Spending time with your friends and family, other people that you care about. I think that's a great thing. Again, we can do that in a COVID safe way, and we can open up more opportunities for you all to spend time together. Positive employment, purpose, passion, and giving. I think finding purpose is always a really great way to sort of recenter yourself. And even if it's just a purpose for that hour, you don't have to know your life's purpose every day, but knowing something keeps you going is definitely super helpful.
Meredith, too,
Yeah.
if you want, I can explain too also a little bit about the pyramid. And I know my connection's a little unstable, so if I cut out, just send me a message. But too, we found this pyramid also. Has anyone seen the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that pyramid? I see some people nodding. For the people who do know what the Maslow's hierarchy of needs are, can you unmute and tell us what it is?
The pyramid of needs is kind of like the basic things you need to survive, and it combines the physical needs and the social needs you need to stay alive, basically, in the order that you need them.
Yeah, so it says you can't get to the next level until you've had the lowest level first. So you have to accomplish your basic needs like food, water, shelter before you can get your next level of needs, and then your next level, and then your next level. So that's kind of too where this pyramid comes from with self-care. Is it's the idea that you have to have this base level of self-care before you can get all the way to the top. So sometimes we think oh, I'm having a stressful week, I'm gonna go get a pedicure or go do my hair and makeup, and that's gonna make me feel a lot better. And it could make you feel a lot better too. That could be good self-care for you. But this theory kind of just says that we have to have those basic levels of self-care before we can get to the top level of self-care. So I think that's kind of a fun way to look at it, of just, starting from the bottom and then working your way up, and not thinking that just one little thing might fix everything for you too. It's a whole multitude of things that you might need to do in order to feel your best self. So like Meredith said, we're very passionate about self-care and feeling our best, and we know that you are going through a lot of stress right now. So what we want to do now is Meredith's gonna put everyone into breakout groups of 4-ish people. And while she's kind of putting everyone into breakout groups, what you all are going to do is come up with a list of things you all want to do, some self-care that you all want to practice over this time. and kind of share it with the group. It could be something that you really want to accomplish over like Thanksgiving or Christmas, or it could also be something that you want to do this week with everything going on. So just think about some things to yourself right now before the breakout groups open. Just think about some things that like you want to start doing in order to feel your best self, and then we'll have you share them with the group, and then we'll have you in the breakout groups for like, we'll give you like 5 minutes.
Okay, they're ready. I'm gonna send you all in now. Have fun.
Hello.
Hello. Do you want us to join breakout rooms? I'm happy to join.
You are more than welcome. It's up to your comfort level. Meredith, thank you so much. We just rebooted my whole house. I was like a mad woman running around here. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was freaking out. But you did so good.
In Fairfield. It's really good.
Okay. Cool. And did you guys talk about some good self-care things? Everybody feeling a little bit better, maybe? Just like, even if it's just like this much? Okay. All right, so today we're going to be talking a little bit more about Tri Delta's growth and development philosophy, and more about Tri Delta's virtues that you heard very briefly during ritual. But obviously, when you're listening to ritual and taking it all in, it's hard to get everything, remember everything. And so I'm going to touch on a lot of those things again and make sure that we're feeling good about all of that. So this that you're looking at right now is Tri Delta's growth and development philosophy. It was written for all members. So as Tri Deltas, we hold ourselves to high standards. We think a lot about our personal and professional development as Tri Delta women and outside of Tri Delta. So what this is really all about. So we're going to go through and read this, and then just sort of obviously you don't have it to like in front of you to take notes on, but if you notice words that stand out to you, try to make note of that, things like that. Circle words you have questions about, write down things you have questions about, things that stand out to you, and things that you think resonate with your own personal growth as a new member in Tri Delta. So does someone want to volunteer to read the first paragraph of the philosophy?
I can.
Thank you.
Okay, wait, start at philosophy.
Yeah.
Okay. Tri Delta Fraternity is a values-based organization that focuses on self-development, growth, meaningful friendships, and fosters the values of truth, self-sacrifice, and friendship. Tri Delta believes that learning happens throughout lifetime membership. Tri Delta remains committed to the growth and development of its members.
Awesome. Thank you, Kaylee. And then does someone want to volunteer to read the second paragraph?
I can.
Thank you.
The fraternity promotes development through educational initiatives that offer women the opportunity to pursue knowledge, establish their identity, and create a vibrant network of Tri Delta sisters. Our educational initiatives enable women to make meaning of their Tri Delta experience, establish values, and collaborate with others. Women who engage in Tri Delta programs, events, initiatives, and educational experiences will develop a greater sense of a sense of self, recognize the importance of service to others, and develop meaningful and healthy relationships. The Tri Delta experience enables women to develop confidence, seek knowledge, and become the best version of themselves.
Awesome. Thank you. So now we're going to take a deeper dive into our growth and development philosophy and our virtues. So sort of like our virtues and our growth and development philosophy go hand in hand. So virtues are behaviors that show moral excellence. They are values as a foundation of good and moral being and individual greatness. The virtues are a description of traits and qualities that a member should be able to acquire during her membership in Tri Delta. So then on the right, you can sort of see our 9 virtues. And so obviously, you know that our Tri Delta ritual was written broadly. It's obviously been changed since 1888, but these words were written in 1888 by Sarah Ida Shaw and our other founding members and women. So these are things that have, we still believe that they are true, but we've sort of expanded on what they mean to us as Tri Deltas. So we're going to take a look at more of our values and how they relate to us now as Tri Delta members. So first, we're going to talk about a value of truth, and the virtues that fall under truth are sincerity, purity, and modesty. So we talked about in ritual, this is sort of what that says. Sincerity does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in truth. Purity is not resentful. Modesty is not boastful or arrogant. And then these definitions are things that we've added to our previous descriptions of our virtues. So does somebody want to read the definition of sincerity?
I can do it.
Thank you.
They embrace Tridelta's ideals, lead with authenticity, and identify growth opportunities to become the best version of themselves.
Yeah, awesome. And then can someone read the definition of purity?
I can.
Thank you.
They ground themselves in good intentions and embrace the unique experiences of others. They are brave and stretch themselves to be vulnerable in their leadership.
Thank you. And then can someone read the definition of modesty?
I'll read it.
Thank you.
They recognize and embrace curiosity, discovery, and self-exploration. They do not act in a manner that is superior to their peers and acknowledge that others expect great things of them.
Awesome. Thank you. So this sort of lesson is going to be very hands-on. There's going to be a lot of volunteering to read little short things. So just keep that in mind. But right now we're going to go into some breakout rooms again, and we're going to talk about these values. So I'm going to just make new ones. So you're going to be talking about the same kind of, sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once.
Hey Meredith, before you start
Yeah.
with the breakout rooms,
Uh-huh.
I'm driving home, so
Okay.
I don't even know if my phone's gonna be able to handle.
Okay,
that.
that's okay. If you can't go,
Okay.
that's fine. Whatever works. So in these breakout rooms, you're going to talk about these three virtues that we just talked about. So you're going to talk about how sincerity, purity, and modesty in their modern Tri Delta definitions, how you can apply those to your lives, and how you can grow as a Tri Delta through these virtues. And you'll just be in there for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna let me know how you all feel after the first one. We can either recreate the rooms every time, because we're gonna do this for our three values: truth, self-sacrifice, and friendship. So after the first one, let me know if you'd rather stay with the same group or if you'd like to go into different ones for each virtue. So have fun in this one, and then we'll be back in like 5 minutes. All right, what do you all think? Would you rather stay with the same group or mix it up each time we do one of these?
We can stay.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for the input. Oh, mix it up. Lydia wants to mix it up. Stay. Oh, now we're conflicted. Okay, who's got their camera on? Can two people play rock, paper, scissors, shoot over the internet? I'm gonna pick two people. I don't care what your opinion was, but I'm gonna pick two people to play rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Lydia, you are the first person to say mix it up. So you're gonna play rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And Stacia, you'll be stay, and Lydia, you'll be mix it up. Can you two see each other? wave.
I can't see her.
Okay,
I can see Stacia.
Okay, I can see both of you, so I'll know. Okay, go ahead. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You picked the same thing. Try again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, so we're gonna stay in the same groups. Sorry, Lydia. Okay.
I don't really care.
We're gonna get back to our virtues. I know I need to turn a light on. Next time you guys switch, next time you go into a breakout room, I'll get up and turn my light on. Okay, so our next one, my computer cooperates. Okay, next we have self-sacrifice. So remember, our value is self-sacrifice. Our virtues are unselfishness, does not insist on its own way, generosity, is not envious, and kindness is kind. And then someone volunteered to read the definition of unselfishness, please.
I can do it.
Thank you.
They are passionate about serving others. They engage in their local community and address social issues through advocating for others.
I love that one. Someone volunteered to read generosity.
I can do it.
Thank you.
They provide ongoing support to facilitate others' learning and growth. They celebrate the accomplishments of others and assist members in every way possible.
Thank you. And then someone read kindness, please.
I can do it.
Go ahead.
They can take themselves outside of their own experience and see the world through someone else's. They create an environment where everyone feels they have a voice, are valued, and feel validated. They are kind of like to all.
Thank you. Okay, great. So yeah, honestly, I think that self-sacrifice is my favorite Tri-Delta value, and those definitions I think are so well written. They recenter me really well. So I hope they did the same for you. So I'm gonna push you back into your breakout rooms, and you're gonna talk again about how self-sacrifice, those 3 virtues and those definitions can help you in your time as a Tri-Delta and time at SHU in your life, everything like that. So yeah, have fun. Okay, so we have one more virtue to do. Anybody know what it is? I feel like I said it so many times when we were recruiting you all to join. Our last one that we have is friendship. So, sorry, it's hard for me to look at the chat while I'm doing this. So friendship, the virtues that go along with that are patience, endures all things, good temper, is not irritable, and courtesy is not rude. So does somebody want to read the definition for patience? Oh, sorry.
I can.
Thank you.
Okay. They engage in thoughtful reflection, process setbacks with compassion, and extend grace to themselves and others. They are developing resiliency by having the courage to create, love, fail, and steadfastly try again.
Thank you. Can someone read good temper, please?
I can.
Thank you.
They show empathy to others, utilize conflict resolution skills to address interpersonal challenges, and demonstrate emotional intelligence in their relationships with others.
Awesome. And then courtesy. The last one.
I can.
Thank you.
They exhibit an awareness of others' perspectives, seek and consider feedback from others, and recognize the impact and responsibility to others.
Awesome. So we're going to do that one more time. So go back into those groups one last time, and then we'll debrief this as a group and then go through our announcement. So we're more than halfway done. So that's good. You'll be finished early tonight, and then hopefully you can take some time to do some self-care. Okay. Here we go. Have fun. Rachel, did I get you in a group?
Philanthropy and the chapter, like, in itself.
Yeah, Maisie, I really, really love that perspective. Really, we do always say, like, this is your time, this is about you, and it totally is, but then it is great to have that something that can recenter you, like you said. That was awesome. I love that one. Anybody else want to share one? I see a couple in the chat. I like good temper. I think that is one that we as college women, can struggle with, and something that sort of develops through your college time. And Tri Delta is a great way to think about good temper and how we develop that. Awesome. And then the last question is, this is something you can all put in the chat. Which value do you feel that you exemplify the best? Kindness, patience, a lot of kindness, generosity, love it. Patience. I think we learned a lot about one another when when you can see what they value in themselves. I think that's a really awesome way to think. I love this. Courtesy, Maisie. Throwing something different in there. I love it. Unselfishness, kindness, generosity, courtesy. Awesome. Thank you all for participating in that. I hope that helps you feel a little bit closer to Tri Delta's rituals and to our founders and the things that we, strive to be as Tri Delta women. So we're going to go back to our PowerPoint now. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to talk a little bit about lifetime membership in Tri Delta. So as we've talked about many times before, Tri Delta membership is not for 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, however much time you still have left as an undergrad at Sacred Heart or at any institution. Tri Delta membership is for a lifetime. So that is really shown in our lifetime membership. So when you are close to your time of graduation, you go through the last degree of initiation, that's circle degree. And that's sort of just like you have finished your time as a collegiate Tri Delta and it's your transition to an alumni member of Tri Delta. So alumni status is given to you so that you're able to connect with Tri Deltas throughout the country and the world, no matter where you're living. There's Tri Delta alumni chapters all over the country. It's a really cool experience to join an alumni chapter. It's something that I recently did because I recently graduated from college, and it really is such a cool experience because you get to meet so many different women and hear about their different experiences in Tri Delta and what Tri Delta means to them. And I know we have some alumni on the call. If any of our alumni could share a little bit about their experience in lifetime membership and in an alumni chapter in Tri Delta, that would be really awesome. Or maybe share where you are in an alumni chapter in the chat. That would work too. Yeah. Anybody interested in sharing?
I can share.
Thanks, Kat.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kat. I'm one of your advisors. I'm from New York, and I just joined the New York City alumni chapter, and it's been really great thus far. I'm pretty new, but they do their own separate philanthropy for St. Jude and local things in the New York City area, which is fun to keep that self-sacrifice going, and then also have social aspects as well. So it's been really great. Even virtually, it's been good. So yeah.
Thanks, Kat. And earlier today, during our philanthropy committee, some of us were able to meet our community relations advisor, Kyle, and she discussed how she was able to join alumni chapters all over the country as she moved throughout her life. And that's really such a great way to meet new people. Tri Delta will follow you and be a part of you no matter where you go. And we all just talked about all of these virtues and values that are so important to us, and those connect Tri Deltas everywhere. And that really is true. And you might find Tri Delta before you find a job in a new city, and they can help you get a job, make friends, and, learn about the new place that you're living. So it's always great to be a part of an alumni chapter and remember that Tri Delta is always here for you, no matter how old you are, how long you've been away from Tri Delta. We're always ready to have you back. So, okay, going back to the PowerPoint again. PowerPoint is hard. Let me just tell you. Okay, so now we're going to talk about our spring calendar. This is exciting. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna sort of go through what next semester is going to look like, and then you all will vote on that in Omega 1. And then if we need to troubleshoot a little bit on that, we can, and we'll walk you through how to do that as well. But I'm gonna pull up the calendar, and Haley is gonna chat with you all about next semester's calendar.
All right. Hi, everyone. Thanks, Meredith, for having me. Like Kat, I'm one of your advisors. So I'm really excited to get to be working with you all. I'll be helping with chapter operations. And so this past week, Lainey and I met with also one of your other advisors just to really talk through what the spring is going to look like. And I want to preface by saying you have a very exciting and very robust spring semester to look forward to. I know you have quite the break coming up. Especially now with a lot of things switching virtual, but I promise there's so much to look forward to in the spring, and there will be plenty of things to help you stay connected between now and February. So really, we don't get back to campus until February, and that's when everything is really going to start. So chapter will start right at the beginning of that month, right when you get back, as a way to connect with everyone. And we'll also start doing the slating education. So slating is, I'm sure, something that you all are really looking forward to. I've heard that you're incredibly excited and eager for officer positions, which you should be. Definitely a highlight for sure. And that's something that'll start right in February. So you'll start learning about how slating is going to work, how the interview process will go, and how those decisions are made. That's when you'll get your applications to apply. So that's stuff to look forward to in the beginning of February. We'll also be welcoming some new members right at the beginning of that month. So they'll start their new member education. Still keeping time together for you all on Wednesdays. We're switching those to kind of be more wellness focused. So something new and exciting to look forward to connect. We'll have some ritual things going on. So pledging ceremony, presentation of sponsors, all of that to kind of round out February. Your leadership application, these are dates I think that might be really important for anyone considering being an officer, and not anything you have to really worry about until you get back in February, but that will open on the 14th of February, and you'll have a week until the 21st of February to complete your leadership application. So anyone who's interested in being an officer, that is something to keep in the back of your mind, that you'll have to complete one of those. So then as we get into March, the first 2 weeks are going to be dedicated really to slating interviews. So anyone who applies to be an officer will have an interview, and that will take place with whoever serves on selection committee. So we'll have all of that decided in February, and then selection committee will meet the 11th through the 12th, really to build the slate. And then you all will be seeing the slate and then voting on the slate the weekend of the 13th and the 14th during chapter meeting. And then what's really exciting is, so you'll all come into officer positions that week, and that same week is also going to serve as Delta week. So your newest members are going to be getting really excited about initiation, and initiation will take place on the 21st of March for those spring recruited members. And there will be a possible officer retreat in there as well. So really a robust, I would say, February and March for sure. And then as we get into April, you all have a break for school, so that Easter break. And then really April is going to be focused a lot on sisterhood. So you all will be in officer positions. You'll have some autonomy in deciding, a lot of autonomy actually, in deciding what your calendar is going to look like, what events you want to hold, potentially doing some philanthropy work. And a sisterhood retreat. So that's definitely something to look forward to in April. And then as we get into May, we really only have, I want to say, that first week. And so that we're going to dedicate to being senior week. And that will be followed by circle degree for all of our senior members who will become alumni. So that is pretty much the spring calendar in a nutshell. Does anyone have any questions about anything? A lot of this is subject to potential changes as things change between now and February, but those are some of the big key dates that'll be on the calendar for the spring. Alrighty, well, if there's no questions, then I will turn it back to Meredith and you guys can get voting on the calendar.
Awesome. So we're gonna now vote on this calendar. So this is something that everyone must vote on. so we can approve it, and then we can start planning and executing our plans for next semester. So you're going to do this through Omega 1. So I'm going to walk you through it really quickly, just as the first time we'll really be voting on anything. And I'm going to walk you through it on a desktop. So it's going to be a little bit different, but I think it will still help. So here we are on Omega 1. I'm in the files area, but if you go to the little talk bubble or whatever you want to call that, you go to questions and polls, you'll see, would you like to vote to pass the spring 2020 calendar? And you will click answer, and then you will submit either yes or no. And that's really it. And make sure you hit submit answer. Let me know if you have any questions. I can try to answer any right now as things come up, because I'm sure they will. And then if you're able to vote, just let me know in the chat so I know that it's working for at least some of you. Yay, I'm glad it's working.
If we submitted it when we originally signed into Omega 1, we have to do it again?
No, that should work. You should be good to just do it that one time. And yes, you can change your answer. How do you change your answer? Maddie, you were able to change your answer. I think if you
just have to tap the other one. I think if you just go in and click the other one, it should work.
Yeah, there's a thing that says update, at least when you look on it, like I'm on my phone, there's a thing that says update in the bottom right corner if you want to change your answer.
Was that able to work for somebody who needed to change their answer? Okay. So we're gonna hit pause for 1 second and welcome a guest to our meeting. Hi, Carol. She probably can't hear me yet. Hi, Carol, how are you? I think you're on mute.
I am. Hi, how are you all?
Give some thumbs up. We're good.
Great. I think our foundation board chair, Stacy Cox, was hoping to join us, as well as our scholarship chair, Lisa Torgeson. And I don't know that they've jumped on yet. So
okay, we can keep going until they.
Okay, perfect. I'll let you do that.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so then if that's all good, at least for now with the voting, we'll just move on to our next item of business, which is to talk about our sisterhood retreat that is going to be this coming weekend. It's going to run online, so it's going to be Saturday afternoon from 1 to 3:15. There are going to be many different speakers online. A lot of them are employees of TriAdelta's executive office who have a lot of really awesome insight and education into some really cool things. So they're all just sort of going to present on something that they're passionate about. So you'll learn a lot about yourself and professional and personal development and sort of your life in TriAdelta, which I think will be really, really exciting. If you are unable to attend the retreat, please submit an excuse in Omega 1, the same way you would for missing a chapter meeting. And more information will come out for the links for those events later on this week in our newsletters. Any questions about the retreat? Okay. And here is our sister spotlight, Maria. Maria's from Ridgefield, Park, New Jersey, sorry. Her major is psychology. She loves Chipotle. She wants to go to Santorini, Greece. Her favorite animal is a koala. She liked to paint, watch Netflix, and play COD when she was at home. And then Maria's passionate about putting smiles on people's faces, which I think is so nice. And then we just have our announcements. Oh, welcome on Wednesday. This week will be 2 Yuzu groups will be doing some short activities for you all. I will be getting with those women tomorrow to plan that, so be on the lookout if you were one of those people who had a really high score. And then here's our philanthropy update for the week. This week, or in the last week, so we had $937 last week. We raised, now we have $7,307. And we also have money from our Cones for a Cure event that we don't have in our system yet, which is really exciting. So we have lots of great things to look forward to. You all are absolutely crushing it. I'm so proud of you all and your hard work and dedication to St. Jude. It's really amazing. And then the last thing, please sign up for your one-on-one. There's now a lot more available times to select. There's now times every day of the week, so hopefully you'll be able to find a time that works for you. Be sure to read the to-do section of the newsletter. Make sure that you're watching videos, answering things, all the good things. If you weren't able to vote on the spring calendar, please make sure that you do that. And if you need help, that you could sign up for a one-on-one slot where we can help you figure out what's wrong. However, if you do have a major issue with Omega 1 where you're unable to access that, remember that that is something that you need to go through Omega 1 to accomplish, not through myself or Lainey. The chapter t-shirts have been ordered. I know that now things are looking kind of weird, so we might not be able to get them to you until next semester, which is kind of a bummer. We'll see what we can do with that because the order's already been placed. So if you had already stated that you were at home, your shirt will be sent to you at home. Otherwise, it's getting sent to Sacred Heart. So we'll see what we can do about that. They're super cute. I'm very excited. And I just wanted to share just a quick message about making sure that we're being kind with our social media posts. I know that this week has been turbulent and stressful for really everyone in this country. So make sure that when we're sharing things on social media that we're leading with kindness and empathy. Make sure that we are spreading those kinds of messages and not hateful messages or false messages. So just keep that in mind throughout this week and, always, but that's definitely something that we've noticed. So just something that we want to keep an eye out on and just make sure that we're being kind alike to all. And yeah, that's everything that I have. Carol, are you ready now?
Yeah, I see that Lisa has joined us. So I wasn't sure if Stacy was going to have the opportunity. So I will kick us off, and if Stacy can join us, make the announcement. So hi, everybody. My name is Carol Helmus, and I serve Tri Delta on staff as our Director of Philanthropy. I work primarily for our foundation, which raises funds to provide transformational programs, scholarships, and emergency financial support to empower our sisters for a lifetime. And so many of you hopefully have heard a little bit about the mission of Tri Delta's foundation and how a lot of the programs, the new member program is something that was funded by Tri Delta's foundation. And thanks to the generosity of Kathleen Davis Nye and her family and friends, we're able to award a $1,000 scholarship to an initiated member of each of our newly established chapters. And so that's why I'm here today. And I'm joined by Lisa Torgerson, who on my screen is in the lower left-hand corner, but not sure where she's landing on yours. Lisa is a Tri Delta. She went to Minnesota, University of Minnesota, and lives in the Minneapolis area now and has served on our scholarship committee for probably maybe 4 or so years. And this year is serving us as the chair. And so we had the distinct honor and privilege of being able to review all of the applications that received from your chapter. And so, Lisa, I don't know if you wanted to say something to the group as well.
I just wanted to say it was great to see all of your applications. We love it when we get applications for the scholarship, and it's always hard to choose. We have so many great women. So I am so proud of you starting up a new chapter, and this is just a really fun thing to do. So someday when you're an alumni, think about getting on a committee like this.
So I actually work remotely from Tri Delta, and I'm happy to say I live in the Indianapolis area. And today on November what is this, 8th, it is 80 degrees here in Indianapolis. So that's why I'm like, well, I'm going to go for my sleeveless yellow because, you know, when, as you know, in the Midwest and out in the Northeast, we don't get many chances, and Minnesota, where it's warm this late in the year. So I'm celebrating that. So also, before I get to the big announcement, just in the off chance that Stacy can join us, I do want to highly encourage you all to apply for one of Tri Delta's annual scholarships. Our scholarship application process opened November 1st, and each and every one of you is eligible to apply. For those of you who are seniors, we do have scholarships for women who are pursuing graduate degrees. And for those of you who will be continuing on at Sacred Heart next year, you can apply for one of our undergraduate scholarships. And last year we awarded over $400,000 to 165 women. And just so you know, there are 5 areas that we evaluate when we're looking at scholarships. So you can think through that as you're applying. And those are your Tri Delta involvement, which all the things that you're doing now in this new member period are considered part of your Tri Delta involvement, your campus and community involvement, need, your academic achievements and successes, and then the overall quality of your applications. And so we do require 2 recommendations. I always say that over the long winter break is a great time to start requesting those recommendations to give people ample time to respond. And our application process closes March 1 for our undergraduate and April 1st for our graduate applications. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at foundation@trideltaeo.org, or I'm sure Haley, Meredith, or Lainey, or anybody can help you as well if you have questions. But all the information is on our new and beautiful website, so check things out there. And I don't think Stacy has been able to hop on. They were having our Foundation Board of Trustees was having their annual in-person meeting virtually this weekend. And so they were wrapping up. They had hoped they were going to finish up by this time, but I don't think they have done that. So again, as Lisa mentioned, we were so impressed with the many applications that received, and it makes it so much harder for our committee to make the decision. But you are really blessed to have such an incredible group of members that make up your chapter. So I'm proud to call you all sisters and thrilled that you're with us. So this year, the award recipient has been an active member on campus, representing student government and writing for the newspaper. She participates in numerous volunteer activities and has been working on campus while maintaining a 3.7 GPA. One of her recommendations said she is highly respected by her fellow peers and a perfect example of how a student can balance academics and involvement. Another one of her recommenders said she goes above and beyond to make sure that the women in her group are feeling great about Tri Delta. And I just wanted to share from her personal statement. I thought this was just a really kind of wrapped and summed up the whole thing. Is she said, I want to be able to come back years from now and be proud of the Tri Delta organization that we as founding members started. Yet unless we build a solid foundation, how can I expect success for future new members? I'm committing to building a foundation of trust and acceptance that new members each following year can build upon. I want to set the standard that we are different and committed to making a change at Sacred Heart's campus. That is what being a founding member means to me, and that is what lifetime membership means to me. And so I am thrilled to announce that your chapter's Catherine Davis Nye Scholarship recipient is Macy Carvalho. Yay!
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's good to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Maisie, I'll be in touch with you via email so we can talk about how to get your scholarship to you. So again, just so excited for all of you and welcome to Tri Delta. Sorry, it's been in this very different environment, but I am just amazed by what you all have accomplished and the fact that you haven't let this year that is a little different than ever make a difference in the lives of what you're doing and accomplishing. So thanks for all you're doing. Anybody have any questions or want to know more about the foundation? I can go on and on, but I think you've already been on this line for a while, so I don't want to keep you all.
Thank you, Carol. We appreciate you and Lisa coming on this evening and chatting with us. We really appreciate all your hard work for Tri Delta and for the foundation and for choosing a scholarship recipient. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, and I want to add too, I had the opportunity of being on your campus to make the extension presentation. So you have a beautiful campus and a great culture there at Sacred Heart. And so we are just thrilled beyond belief to have you all as part of Tri Delta. So.
Thank you. Okay, well, that is all that we have this afternoon, evening. I know it's very dark out now. If you have any questions, feel free to stick around and let me know. Besides that, you're all good. Hope you all have a good night. Please stay safe, stay healthy. Let us know if you need any support in the next couple of weeks as things, are really hectic. Just let us know. Look forward to seeing you all later this week. Have a good night.
I had a quick question.
Hey, Loretta, how are you?
Hey, Meredith. I was just wondering, like, my Omega 1, like, I've emailed them multiple times. Like, I had Stasia try to help me. Like,